joining us. So, everybody, Donald Trump came in and said he was the peace president. That was right. He told the truth, right?
Lies. Mentiras. Lies. Whatever language. Lies.
He would never lie to us.
But guys, he set up a peace board.
Oh.
Yes, it cost $1 billion to join, and no democracies actually joined it, I don't think. But so, just for shits and giggles, take the counter argument. Is he making us less safe?
Now, Tim, I know you're trying to set me up to start cussing in these people's place. I know that's what you're trying to do.
Yes, that was the whole point. Ken Martin swore on the last one, so you can do it, right? Actually, I think what Senator Van Hollen swore too. So have at it.
Really?
I think so.
Okay. Well, you said take the counterpoint.
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
Tell us all, tell the American people who probably have been more focused on affordability and ICE and all these things, how devastating this administration has been to our standing with our allies abroad.
Well, I recently wrote a Substack about it on my Security Brief Substack that everyone should subscribe to, about our deteriorating reputation abroad. And what I was talking about there was what happened at Munich Security Conference and the kind of double messaging that Secretary of State Mark Rubio did. Like, oh, yeah, we still, Europe, we have a special relationship, but at the same time, we're going to be the bullies and you have to do what we say. So it was that kind of dual message. But at the end of the day, Europe pretty much said, you know what? Peace, we got this. That's what I took away from it. So the bullish posturing, Tim, it's not working.
Right. No, it doesn't seem to be. And Angry Male Vet, I want to turn to you because you talk a lot about this stuff. But Donald Trump said he was going to be the best for vets and best for the military. I have a feeling that you disagree with that, but walk us through how bad he has been for veterans in this country.
In this country, I mean, you have to just look at the dismantling of the VA.
Right.
How many thousands of workers that support veterans are now, no longer have a job? How many hospitals are closed or getting ready to close? He's done damage to the PACT Act. It's off the scale. Everything that he said, he's done the reverse. And it's not just the veterans that he's harming. He's now putting 40,000 U.S. military members in harm's way of Iran's ballistic missile capability. And that's not to say the proxy groups that they control as well throughout Europe with some limited capability in the United States. So all of those people are now in harm's way, not to mention the countless civilians both in Iran and then throughout Europe, because of what he's doing and because of his saber rattling and his, addled fascist, narcissist, oligarchy brain, which can't be the adult in the room. And that's a scary thing. So I have, brothers and sisters, both current, and former, that are in harm's way, working at bases throughout the region because of what he is doing. Because if he goes and does, limited strikes, it won't be boots on the ground, but if he goes and does limited strikes, there will be a response from that regime, and it'll be both on the people of Iran and it'll be on military targets throughout the region.
And also, just really quick, I don't know if you saw this, but he's not listening to the Joint Chiefs who are like, you know what, we shouldn't go into Iran. So again, that counters his whole point about respecting the military. First of all, Mr. Bone Spores, we all know your true feelings about the military.
Right.
5 deferments, I believe.
Yeah. So that's a recent development about him not listening to the people that actually served.
So who is he listening
and
to?
let me.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No. Let me point something else out. It's a great point because that just came out about General Dan Kane. Having strong reservations about any attack on Iran and what comes next. Like there's not even a concept of a plan.
Right.
For what comes next on Iran. But he's also not even, he hasn't even been talking to the CENTCOM commander. The CENTCOM commander who controls that entire region. He won't talk to him. And so that scares the hell out of any senior military leader, is you're not surrounded by your best military minds talking about that situation, what you're going to do, what comes next, and what your, off-ramp options are. And it seems like his only off-ramp option is to get a gas and oil deal with Iran and, mineral access, which is only going to benefit him and his billionaire buddies.
Right. Well, and I want to go, we have our one non-American, I think, all night is on this panel, JJ. So you are Canadian. most of us still see you as our best friends internationally.
Hi,
so
hi,
thank you.
Canada.
We're very sorry about the president's response to the hockey game the other day. But from a Canadian or an international perspective, when you look at the United States, like this has to be whiplash for you guys. I mean, you've had conservative governments in the past, but nothing anywhere remotely close to this. What does the average Canadian think about what the hell is going on in this country right now?
Well, we have a pretty good answer to that question because Angus Reid, which is one of the major polling firms in this country, came out today with a poll asking Canadians just that. What do they think of America? What do they think of U.S.-Canada relations? And the numbers are not great, I must say. U.S. disapproval in Canada has hit record highs, over 70% disapproval. Wow. When you ask the question of how do you conceptualize America, only 22% of Canadians say that they think of Canada as like a friend, an ally. Over 70% say some version of a threat, a country that we should regard with wariness and caution, or 5% say that the United States is now an enemy of Canada. So these are not great numbers at all. They're certainly not great from my perspective as someone who's a great admirer, great friend of America, somebody who thinks that, frankly, priority number one is good U.S.-Canada relations for the interests of my country. And so to see a Canadian public that has become, so radicalized against the U.S. And, Canadians can be pretty anti-American at the best of times. I get in trouble for saying that, but never have we seen numbers as bad as this. Like 70% disapproval for the U.S. and Canada. I mean, it's hard to know where you go from there.
I say, JJ, you're spiritually American. Look at all the stuff you've purchased.
I love America. And, I'm the real victim here, Niels, because it's like to be a pro-American Canadian in this political climate. I mean, geez Louise, they want to run me out on a rail.
Well, we appreciate you, but
Yes.
Soipo, I want to go to you. What just generally speaking, your feeling on like how Trump has damaged our like relations with our allies abroad?
Yeah, I mean, it's not just the populace. I mean, like going from Canada to any other country, you look at the Pew Research, every single poll shows people are viewing us as a net negative. People are viewing us with caution. And it's because we have a president who is a narcissist and flip-flops constantly. People like to say the narcissist thing and dismiss it like, oh, you're just, using some ad hominem attack. It's like, no, this person genuinely is dictating foreign policy based on how much it makes him feel good. He wants to posture as the peace president, and when he can't get the Nobel Peace Prize, now he's pivoting to, okay, then I'll go get Maduro and I'll go invade Iran and I won't protect NATO. It's all to self-serve him. And it's like, how can any country form a deal with us with tariffs? How can they form peace plans? How can they stay in NATO knowing that 10 minutes later, if Trump decides that now his new favorite thing is, oh, I want to bomb Denmark. Well, okay, he's going to do it now. I don't trust them. And they can't even trust the United States institutions because sure, if we can elect this person, if our entire, 10 years worth of trust can go down the tubes in a month, then what are they supposed to do? How can they form any long-term goal? We're going to dismantle USAID. We're going to pull out of NATO. Like everything, every promise, the Budapest memorandum. Oh, no, not anymore. It's awful. We are just a big, volatile, mercurial ball of rage, and it's awful.
Yeah, I mean, it's just devastating for so many reasons. And, we're even seeing I think there was a report out of France last week that said that they're going to stop using U.S. technology, the French government. They're like, no more Teams and no more Zoom. Those are American-made products that now all of a sudden, because they're worried about their own national security and what, possibly the government could be doing, meddling with their technology. And I think like these foreign policy things aren't just about our standing and like making sure that there's peace around the world, but it's also an economic one as well, right?
Absolutely. And even before France, there was a situation with the UK regarding Venezuela specifically, where they stopped intel sharing with us. And I think I wrote a Substack about it in terms of like, well, what does that mean for things like Five Eyes? Like the intel partnerships that we have with folks who were our allies. I don't know where that relationship
stands. Tell us what Five Eyes is.
So I don't want to mess up all the different countries. So it's Australia, UK, United States, France, and who is the other one that I'm missing?
New Zealand.
It's basically the Anglo countries, right? So it's the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and the US.
New Zealand. Okay, there we go. New Zealand, Canada. So it's basically right. It's an intel sharing agreement with those 5 countries, and right now that relationship is tenuous. I mean, you know, just like where soy pill at soy pill laid
Just
out.
call me soy. Everyone does anyway.
The way that, you know, that he laid it out when he brought up NATO, this is one of those situations where Trump is actually making us unsafe because our allies that we not only shared intel with Tim, but they have intimate information about our capabilities.
Right.
That's the part that's mind-blowing to me. You want to piss off people who know our secrets? That's insane. That is literally insane. And the way that you described Trump, I describe him as a petulant child. Because you wake up one day, someone doesn't do the thing that you want them to do, and you want to hurt them. You want to punish them. Look at what he's trying to do to Susan Rice because of possibly this podcast. But anyway.
She was a guest, and I will say right after she was a guest on the Find Out podcast, he did go after her, so I do feel like we'll take responsibility. Sorry, Susan. Sorry.
But she's
I
also
wanna
who
say,
she is.
Thank God that Canada didn't win, because we would have invaded the next day, I'm pretty sure. But it is called soccer now. It's not hockey anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was one of the things on the White House's own Instagram post, their State of the Union bingo card. One of the things that we're supposed to anticipate is that Trump might call for the annexation of Canada because of the hockey beating. So I mean, this is the kind of seriousness that we're engaging with.
you know, you're saying it with a smile, but it's actually not out of the realm of possibility. I mean, this is the reality that we've got right now. So we're getting word that the speech is starting in 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay.
So one final thing from everybody in the group.
liquor?
We're going to do a lightning round. We do have booze, and we will be drinking it. Everybody, I'm going to start with Angry Vet first. We have a game here. We're playing over/under how many times Donald Trump blames Joe Biden for something that Donald Trump did. We have set it at 15. Over/under.
Under.
Under.
He's
Great.
got other people to bitch about.
Fair. Okay. Soy.
Over, and I'm including the fact that a few hours ago he was already complaining that he inherited a disaster, total disaster. So it's already happened,
that's pretty
and he's
good.
going to do it 20
was
to
pretty
30
good.
more times, I believe. Yeah.
JJ.
Yeah, I would say over if we include Obama as well, because I wouldn't.
Oh,
cast
yeah.
it to
If we include what?
overturn to
as well.
Obama.
What do you say?
Well, specifically those names, I'm going to say under, but referencing them over. Does that make sense?
Yep. I get it. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. I
I'm
know we don't
putting
talk a lot
$50
about.
on Biden.
What's that?
I'm putting $50 that he calls them Biden.
Oh, that's definitely possible.
See, you just gave him. Why did you just give him that?
He's going to do that. He's going to do it now. Well, guys, I know we don't talk a lot about national security because there's so much turmoil at home, but thank you very much. This stuff is hugely important, and I appreciate you guys always speaking truth to power and telling the reality of what's going on. So thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. And we will be back with our live reaction show where me, Luke, and Zach, and our friend, Oh, That's Rich, will be dialing in as well. And yes, there might be some alcohol involved. So, but stick with us. I know you don't want to listen to Donald Trump. We'll make it enjoyable. I promise. So we will be right back in a few minutes.
Bye, guys.